it's Hailey, and today I'm going to be doing a video that I should have done ages ago. So what else is new lately? But that is an unhaul. So it's been a while since I've done an unhaul. I don't even remember the last one I did, and I hope there's no repeats from this, but I think that I did get rid of all the books that I mentioned in my last unhaul. But basically the reason that I do unhauls when I still do book hauls is because, one, I like buying books and sometimes I buy them without like really thinking about it. I know it's terrible. I'm sorry. I'm a garbage person. Two, I get sent books often, and a lot of times they're unsolicited, which means that I didn't ask for it. The publisher just sent it to me because they thought it might be something that I would enjoy, and sometimes it might be, but I'm not really interested in it. So I have to be really, really critical in order for my TBR not to get out of control. Now, number three, I've been DNFing books recently. It has been life-changing for me. So because of that, I have books that I have DNF'd that I don't want to keep them because I haven't actually read them. So number four is I don't keep every single book that I've read now. If I didn't really enjoy it, then I will get rid of it. So that has led to a giant pile, and most of these are actually duplicates. So I was like sent one by the publisher or whatever. I ended up with multiple copies, but there are still some that I'm just getting rid of because I'm not interested in it anymore, or whatever the reason may be. I just can't read all of the books in the world, and that's hard for me to accept, but I'm learning to accept it. So I wish I could say there was an organization or some rhyme or reason to these piles, but these boxes have been here for literally ages. I'm pretty sure since last year. So I have honestly no clue what's in them. So this is going to be as much of a surprise for me as it is going to be for you. So let's just get into it. Also, before I forget, no, I will not send you these books. I'm sorry, shipping is way too expensive, and I donate these to my local high school, my alma mater or alma mater, whatever. I'm dumb. I don't know why my brain isn't functioning today, but I donate them there because I have a little lending library that I put in there. So I fill the shelves since they don't have their own library because the school board took it out. So I'm putting it back in. So yeah, that's everything. Let's get to the books. So many of these I do not remember where I got them, so this video is going to be interesting. First is Dry by Neil Shusterman. I just don't want to read about being thirsty. It's like a fear of mine. I don't know. My throat right now, like I feel it's very dry, so I'm just, no. I really love Neil Shusterman, but this is definitely not for me. Rule by Ellen Goodlett. I like, a lot of these are fantasy because there's just so many fantasies out there. It's such an oversaturated genre right now, and like I do kind of want to give this one a chance, but I also am like, no, like I need to be critical or else my entire TBR is going to be fantasy because they all sound so good, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I haven't been reading fantasy recently, so I don't really see a point in keeping them. Grim Lovelies by Megan Shepherd. Fire and Heist by Sarah Beth Durst. I've actually read something by this author, so I kind of considered keeping this, but I haven't really heard that many things about it, and I know I should have my own opinion, and I do, but when I have so many books that I want to read, I have to narrow it down somehow, okay? The XY by Virginia Burgeon. This was sent to me unsolicited. Game of Secrets by Kim Foster. The Glass Bear by Lauren DiStefano. I just decided I wasn't interested in this. I heard from a lot of people that it was boring, so I was like, not into that. The Library of Fates by Aditi Khorana. This was an impulse buy. I really shouldn't impulse buy, but I still do, and I always will, because I know myself. Lies You Never Told Me by Jennifer Donaldson. The Duff by Cody Keplinger. The Orphan Queen by Jodi Meadows. Dream Country by Sharon Gibney. This was sent to me unsolicited. Grace and Fury by Tracy Banghart. This was a duplicate. The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. Also duplicate. Nothing Left to Burn by Heather Ezell. The Street Cleaner chose the perfect time to drive by, so really hope you can't hear that. The Last 8 by Laura Pohl. Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. And before you're like, ooh, steaming hot tea. No, this is not tea. I bought the paperback to support them, but I already have my signed hardcover copy, so I would rather give this to someone else so then they can also have this story. So put your little tea away. It is fine. That's not tea. That's, yeah, just moving on. A Danger to Herself and Others by Elisa Scheinmel. Roar by Cecilia Ahern. Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa, a duplicate copy. Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, also a duplicate. Actually, I have a couple of duplicates here. So The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken, and A Map of Days by Ransom Riggs. Harbor Me by Jacqueline Woodson. Worlds of Ink and Shadow by Lena Coakley. I actually read this one, just didn't really enjoy it enough to keep it. Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. I DNF'd this. Also, DNF is did not finish, so I started it, but I was like, meh, and then I put it down. Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. This one, I got a copy from Kat from Katie Tastic at Book Expo because I didn't know that they were going to send me one, so I ended up with 2 copies, so this one will be going to a new home. I have a few more duplicate copies here, so I have Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nyung, Sea Fire by Natalie C. Parker, Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow, An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. The street cleaner is literally right outside of my window, so I apologize if you hear a buzzing or whirring. It is not just in your head, it is outside my window. And I Darken by Kirsten White. I had tried to read this a couple of times, and then Hannah read it and didn't like it, so I was like, yep, I'm done with it. Slate by Jennifer Summersby, The Serpent King by Jeff Zentner, Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson, Darius the Great Is Not Okay by Adib Khorram, Onyx and Ivory by Mindy Arnett, which I DNF, The Dark Beneath the Ice by Amalinda Beirut, The Unbinding of Mary Read by Miriam McNamara, Attack of the 50-Foot Wallflower by Christian McKay Heidecker. I really enjoyed this author's other book, but unfortunately this one was just not for me. This Monstrous Thing by Mackenzie Lee, just didn't really like it. Damsel by Elena K. Arnold, These Vicious Masks by Tarun Shankar and Kelly Zekis, Roseblood by A.G. Howard. I didn't like this, and I don't know if it's because I wasn't familiar with Phantom, but now I've seen Phantom of the Opera, so maybe I would like it, but I really don't think I would, so I DNF'd this one. I think at least. I don't remember if I finished it. Either way, didn't like it. The Similars by Rebecca Hanover, The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. I've heard this book is boring, and I really don't have time for boring books. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm just being such an ass, but what else is new? From Twinkle with Love by Sandhya Menon. I just didn't really connect with the characters in this story. I really liked When Dimple Met Rashid, but didn't really care for this one. The Forbidden Orchid by Sharon Biggs Waller. I DNF'd it. Put In by Julie Murphy. This is a duplicate copy. I have some more duplicates here, so we have Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, We Rule the Night by Claire Eliza Bartlett, Fury Born by Claire Legrand, Kingsbane by Claire Legrand, Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan, Crown of Feathers by Nikki Pau Preto. I ended up with like 3 copies of this book. I don't know why, but I don't need 3. Viper by Bex Hogan. This came in a subscription box, but it just doesn't seem interesting to me. I do like the cover though, it's pretty, but like I said, gotta be brutal. 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. I DNF'd this. I hated it. Supermarket by Bobby Hall. This was sent to me unsolicited. It just does not seem like something that I would like. Imposters by Scott Westerfeld. This one was a hard one because on the one hand, I loved The Uglies when I was a kid, but on the other hand, I don't really have a desire to reread that series in order to be able to read this one, and I don't think you like have to, but I would just feel weird just reading this one and diving into it, and I kind of want to keep The Uglies like in its sacred spot of being one of my first like favorite book series, so I'm just gonna stay away from this. And now we have the final bag. This Adventure Ends by Emma Mills. Just didn't like it, DNF'd it. The Last Voyage of Poe Blythe by Ali Condi. I read Matched, and it's one of my like least favorite books, so I don't think that this would be one that would appeal to me. Maybe it would be, but I don't feel like taking the chance. The Gilded Wolves by Roshni Chokshi. This was 1, I had a duplicate copy, and 2, DNF'd it because it was very confusing. Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, a duplicate copy because I bought myself the paperback because I like the cover better, because I'm trash. The Beholder by Anna Bright. I DNF'd this. The Temptation of Gracie by Santa Montefiore. I kind of want to keep this one, I'm not gonna lie. It was sent to me unsolicited, but I just don't know if I would like it. I don't know. You could probably change my mind on this one and like a couple others, but most of them I'm pretty set. 5 Feet Apart by Rachel Lippincott with Mickey Daughtry and Tobias Iaconis. Foolish Hearts by Emma Mills. I didn't like the other book. I don't remember which one I tried. I think it was This Adventure Ends that I tried, but point is I didn't really mesh with the author's writing style, so I obviously won't really want to read her other book. The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. I'm just not really into like graphic novels and stuff like that, and I hate myself for it. I wish I was, but it's just not my thing. Love, Lies, and Spies by Cindy Anstey. 4 Dead Queens by Astrid Schult. I ended up with like 6 copies of this book. I don't know how, but yeah. The Cerulean by Amy Ewing. Dear Evan Hansen. I ended up DNFing this. Hello Girls by Brittany Cavallaro and Emily Henry. I really wanted to love this, but I just didn't. A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmermer. This is another one that I really, really wish I loved, but I didn't. I don't know why. Well, I know why, but like, I'm sorry. And those are all the books that I'm planning on unhauling. So I will be going back to my high school soon and put these on the shelves there before summer, so then they can get some summer reading on. But I'm excited, happy to clear off my shelves again. I always love doing that. Every now and again, I need to go and kind of like go through because I impulse buy a lot. I'm trying to work on it. I promise. It doesn't seem like I'm doing a good job, but I promise I'm better than I was before. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't take it the wrong way if I unhauled a book that you love. I need to be brutal, okay? So I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!